today. From the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's...
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they're led out by their rookie quarterback, the former Boilermaker from Purdue.
And not the start that anyone really wanted. Maybe expected, though, 0-2 to begin. But that happens when you have a rookie quarterback. There are going to be some growing pains. But what I like is, around this team, the players, the coaching staff, all of them keep emphasizing how much they believe in him, and they expect the results to show themselves soon.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Breeze. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Back to Kamara for another catch. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Throwing now is Breeze. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. It's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers a week ago for Westbrook. 21 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Credit that good coverage to Paulson Adebo. Got a hand in and knocked it free. And you look at the Saints defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with him on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held him to no gain, The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Eagles at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards for number 11.
Already a terrific receiver, Brown has taken his game to another level since arriving in Philadelphia. He's totaled just under 3,000 receiving yards over the last 2 years, and he's someone who raises the ceiling of the entire offense whenever he's out there. His goal for this season, get Philadelphia back to the Super Bowl with a chance to win it.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, Brown, a nice catch. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Seven, our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And that will set them up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh, fucking
pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these
a lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Fuck that.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook, and he is going to lose yardage here. Here is third down and 4. And they're going to run the end around with Jackson. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts, escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 2. Up the middle they go. Westbrook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. That's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Hurts. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. To throw on second down, Cunningham. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Breeze now on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Breeze. And quick throw here, that's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now 2nd and 5. Breeze to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikings trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Spencer Rattler, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And that one all tied.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun, it's Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On first down, Hurts. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. Now a give right side. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down at the 33. A pickup of about 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, very huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he fires one, but incomplete. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And let's not forget, there were some scouts who believed Carter was the best defensive player in last year's draft. Heck, there were scouts who thought he was the best player overall in last year's draft. And he recorded an impressive 6 sacks in his rookie year. And truth be told, that number doesn't tell half the story of just how dominant he can be.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll set up a throw. Gets this to Ertz. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll run on first down. Westbrook. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Eagles going to... first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. In motion is the tight end, Graham. On play action, it's Breeze. And that one to the right side and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Fuck.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Kamara off the draw. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Oh, fuck.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside. The 10 to the 7. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back to throw. That is caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Hurts fumbles it.
Oh, my God.
Picked up by the Saints. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Over the middle, it's complete. Here comes 2nd down and 5. To throw is Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Breeze to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offensive coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep now for McCoy. And this is going to be intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
On 2nd down, Westbrook, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 78 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guy.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that'll be caught. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard. Now a give right side. Westbrook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got